Hey, hey, hey. All right. Roblox. Is it game over for Roblox? All right. Well, Roblox is interesting to me. I discovered it kind of late. My kid, um, has been playing Roblox like crazy since he was about 6. He's 7 now, going on 8. And because he was so interested in it, I said, man, I wonder if there's a stock or a ticker. And I checked it out, and yeah, it was like, yeah, it was kind of rocking up. It was like 100 sudden. So I was like, all right, I've missed an entry down here in this sideways consolidation, and it just took off. So I missed that. But then I noticed last year it started coming down. I told myself if it reaches to about like 63. Actually, let's go ahead and run a fib on this guy. I had a Fibonacci on here, but I just took it off. Let's use a fib. Using our RSI. When I run my Fibonacci's, I don't just use high-low highs. I use the RSI. Let's go to the 2-week chart, see if we can find our highs and our lows. One thing that already catches my interest here is even though we had a big move down, we have a low. And the R, as long as we don't take out these lows down here, we'll have divergence because we have a low right here, as you can see right there. And the ultimate low in this consolidation area was about here. Um, and this move down, the RSI on the 2-week chart has already taken that out. So you can see we have a little bit of divergence here, divergence here. So kind of interesting. Um, let's see if we have it on the monthly. Did we have it on the monthly? Yeah, we kind of got it on the monthly. So we'll see. But yeah, so let's run a fib on this guy. Let's go back to the 2-week chart. Oops. Skip. Initially, I was wondering if price came down here and caught a bounce, would it be a beautiful cup and handle pattern? You see, we have a strong resistance right here, and if price even makes it back up to here, that'll be about 133. Well, I can't believe this thing is trading at $133. It's at about $35 in the market cap. Sheesh, the market cap is 25 billion. Interesting. Yeah, this thing was booming. Yeah, see, RSI was oversold. Um, the one thing about this top, oh yeah, look at the divergence on the top hand side. That was your sell signal right there. You had high, higher high, and down here you had a high, lower high. That was your sell signal, and she dropped. Okay, but yeah, let's run this fib. All right, RSI is giving us a low down here, right? So see, this is always tricky for me when I see a divergence right here, and RSI is telling me that's the low. Um, It's very tricky. So I guess I want to do a low and a high and a low. Yeah, that's not bad. Interesting. Okay. The minute I ran that Fibonacci, even though this was lower right here, I don't typically like it, but as with time, over time, I'm starting to get a lot more flexible with my Fibonacci rules, and I'm starting to really just rely on the RSI. If I see a stock that bottoms and it isn't truly the bottom, like see, this price came below here, but on the RSI, it didn't confirm. So I'm just gonna go with the bottom on the RSI and the tops on the RSI. But one thing I like about this Fibonacci so far is that, bam, we made it up to the 618. Um, Price came up. It got up. One of my rules for Fibonacci is once we have this low in and price runs up, we have no business going into the red zone. And look at that. Look at the red zone right there. So yeah, of course. So yeah, we have no business re-entering into that red zone. So price ran up, made it close enough to the one, and came down to the red zone and didn't quite take it out. Let me see something. Where did we make it to? Did we make it to the 2618? Did we make it to the 2618? Of course we made it to the 2618. All right, so yeah, so price ran up to about the 2618. So typically when you see that, you're gonna say, okay, we should maybe come back and retest the pivot. Let me add all my Fibonacci's on here. All right, cool. There we go. And the pivot area is the seven. Wow, look at that. And the pivot area is the 764. 618. This is our pivot area right here, right? Which at some point you would say, hey, let's, that would be a nice retest. But if you were in here buying Roblox in March of 2025 at $60 and you watch, all this money come up, you've watched your gains go up to about $130. You just kind of ate all that. So, parabolic move up and sharp move down. And look where we are, but we still have not taken out the red zone. So I actually bought some shares on Friday. I actually bought some up here. I bought on this pivot right here. When we hit the pivot, I bought some. But and I contemplate, I said, man, I wonder if this would be a good option play, to get a call on it because we're retesting support. But it was too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at this, this is support. We got a bunch of buy signals, RSI is low. Everybody and their mother was like, oh my God, this is a great play. And if I'm the banks or whoever is in charge of these markets, that's a give me, like give me that. There's too many people. Like it's almost too easy. So again, I bought it and it went down on me, but I literally bought shares. I didn't do it on leverage because again, also I want my son, I'm using this chart as a good example to show him, investing. And I told him he's about, 7 years old now. So I said, let's not expect anything big from this. Let's come back when you're about, 10 years old, like 9 years old, and see what this thing is. So it's going to be a little fun experiment for me to introduce him into the world of investing. But yeah, but this was an easy entry. We caught a bounce here, and now we've headed down. Like I mean, it even gapped down. If you go to the daily chart, this thing gapped down and took out the lows. But I still love the way this chart is just respecting the levels. And as long as we don't take out that red zone, and look at the volume profile was telling you this is a buy. So many things told you buy here, and they just wiped you out on earnings. Like, I mean, classic. And it was a squeeze too. If you look and see you got your trend lines right here. Beautiful squeeze, wedge pattern rising up and just wiped you out. But yeah, so I bought some more just because I'm like, unless Roblox is going to um, dissolve as a company, this should hold. I mean, this looks like a good long-term area to buy, especially if this thing is actually some kind of cup and extremely deep handle, which I don't know about that. But we'll see, even if it makes it back up to the 618, because again, did we retest the 618? Yeah, we kind of did, But yeah, we kind of hit all the fib levels. We hit all the fib levels. So yeah, let's see what happens. I like that divergence on the higher time charts. But this is interesting. Let's look at the volume. Yeah, we had a lot of volume. This is the highest volume that we've had on this chart since January of 25. So that's interesting. Yeah, so let's see if we get some kind of I mean we have divergence, but if we can get some form this daily divergence, if price can rise up and fill that gap, that daily gap, then we'll actually have a weekly divergence, which is pretty cool because we'll have a low here and a lower here and a low here and a high here. So that'll be a weekly divergence, which should, at least try to bring this thing bring it back up to the Vegas tunnel, which would be maybe a good short-term trade. But I think I'll hold on to this thing for the long run. Let's see where the roadblock goes. But anyway, this was a quick update on Roblox. The market to me looks pretty good. I'm liking I'll do another video on oil coming up. Again, this is my Fibonacci Freight channel. I'm gonna try to upload at least 3 videos a week because I look at charts pretty much every day. So if I'm feeling frisky on here, I'll just post the stuff that I'm looking at. Actually, I am going to talk a little bit more about fibs, arcs, and some of the tools that I like to play with on technical analysis. I am a fairly new investor slash trader slash technical analyst. Really love Fibonacci and Elliott wave as a combination. I've been studying Fibonacci for about maybe 3-4 years now, Fibonacci and Elliott wave. And I actually love it. I think it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And the amount of times that I've run Fibonacci's and seen price literally just make it up to the 618, kiss it and fall down and make it right into like the red zone, like right here. Just it happens so many times that it was just hard to ignore, almost to the point where I'm like, all right, our institutions, like who's using this stuff? Like this thing is working a little too good. Even the fact that this move all the way back from 2022, um, and a bottom down in 23 gave us a beautiful target for 25. I think it's just phenomenal. And then the pivot, like a lot of times when you break out of a pivot and you don't come back to retest a pivot, that's what we're doing now. We're retest a pivot, got a beautiful bounce, and now we dug even deeper. But I don't know. I think the support will hold. If it doesn't, then, roadblocks of the company will be making newer lows, and that's just not good. But let's see what happens. All right. Frey on the Fizz. Peace.